little late night work in here. It's like midnight. Everything's a mess right now. It snowed last night. And like a super wet, like a really wet snow that you can just make right into a ball and just... It's only the middle of October, but the 540i is covered. Doesn't really run, so it doesn't really matter. Truck over there is covered. This is what I'm working on. Get this light cranked up. Ooh. So you can kind of tell. So I had pulled off the front wheels here about 3 hours ago, put them in the garage in front of my buddy heater, cleaned them up really nicely, cleaned the calipers, painted the calipers. The calipers are like a bronze. They look super good on the black. They're behind the black wheels and the black paint. So yeah, they look really good. But I have to do the rear now, so I backed it in so I can jack it up from the rear, you know, pull the rear wheels off. Same concept. It's like 35 degrees out. It's not ideal for painting calipers, but I hold the light over it. I kind of, so no snow gets on it. I use my umbrella and stuff like that. And then I get my heat gun right up to it so it's nice and warm. And it works. It's not ideal, but it works. But this is my new car. It's an A6, the 4.2 liter V8, and it's amazing. I love it. Kind of walk over here. Yeah, dude, it looks really good. You can kind of peek at the bronze calipers. They're actually really big calipers. But yeah, this thing is super nice. I had the Cobalt SS that you guys saw before this, if you on my Instagram, and I think I have a video coming up before this video of the Cobalt SS. Actually, I probably have 2 videos coming out before this video and maybe after this video. So just know the Cobalt SS, the black one, was before this car. And I traded that car. I was in that car total about, with the trade I got for it, I was in that car about $1,000, which was really, really good. And I traded that car for a WRX, just a whole hunk of junk WRX, but it ran and drove fine. Sold that for $4 grand. Bought this for $1,600 cash. Drove to Wisconsin last night and bought it. Had a friend come with me and drive it home, and I really like it. So it's amazing in the snow. Today's the perfect day to have this thing for the first day. It was like a blizzard all day almost. Not a blizzard, I mean, but you know, we got a good 5 inches, 6 inches of wet snow, and it was so fun on the back roads. Holy crap. I'm gonna pop the garage and get going. It's actually kind of exciting too, because in this box right here that came is the knuckle for the Beetle that I've been waiting for. So yeah, don't mind the mess. I got my jacks and all my tools and everything. It's a complete mess right now because, like I said, it was cold out, and it's pretty warm in here right now because I got the buddy going over here, my little painting area. Not ideal, but it's nice and warm. Can't see my breath in here, which is good. Got some stuff, and the knuckle in that target box. Finally, it has the bearing already in it with a good bearing. I can just undo this knuckle, put that one on, and go have Firestone or someone do my tie rod, because I can't get it off. It's seized on, so I'll just have a shop do that. But I'll drive over there without a tie rod, or maybe I'll JB weld that sucker back. I don't know, just to get to the shop. But because I had cut it. But yeah, get that new knuckle on. This Beetle can move and be washed for the first time in a long time. See all the dust on it? It's got the angry eyes now. But yeah, pretty excited. I can pull the Audi in here and do whatever I need to do to it. So I'm gonna get going on some Audi wheels and Beetle, and I'll catch up with you guys in just a little bit. Just making a little video here. A little first glimpse of winter. I am blacking out the Audi, the rings. The 4.2 is getting blacked out, and the A6 is being deleted, and someone might be triggered by this, but I am putting an S6 badge, a black S6 badge with the red, like, 2 stripes. Just because there was no S6 of this era in the US of the, whatever this generation is. This is 2001. There was an RS6, you know, the twin turbo 4.2, but you know, that's ridiculously expensive. I'm not going to put RS badges on it. I'm going to put an S6 badge on it because, hear me out, There was no S6. So, I mean, it's like, it's up badging, but it's not, because it's got the same motor that the S6 would have had. It's going to have the full upgraded coil packs, which are already on the way, full upgraded brakes, full upgraded exhaust, AWE. It's already got an AWE exhaust system, but the tips like rotted off. I don't know what tips they were. They were different tips, cheap eBay ones. So I ordered Acropovic carbon fiber exhaust tips, real carbon from Acropovic. Those are not cheap. And it's going to have the full intake, a carbon fiber intake. This car is staying with me. This is staying with our family. We love this car. It's reliable. The timing chains were just done with the water pump, with paperwork. Bunch of maintenance has been done. It's immaculate, zero rust. I'm going to try my hardest to keep it that way, but you know, driving winter in Minnesota, you can't park it. It's an Audi. This is what it's meant for. You know, the Quattro is arguably the best in the business, along with Subaru. And yeah, I will show you guys. I mean, every day is not going to be like this. We're going to have some nice days here coming up, you know, in like the 40s and 50s eventually, before winter hopefully actually hits. I'm going to get it up, completely pressure wash inside and out of it, underneath it, you know, in the wheel wells, straight under the carriage, everything. I'm going to undercoat it, because there's not even a rusted bolt under it, which is crazy. And it's going to get protected, so it shouldn't get any rust here. But I mean, it's a given eventually. It's, you know, it's a car, it's meant to be driven. And I love the wide hips on it. It is lowered. I don't know what coilovers it's on, but it's on coilovers. You're not coilover springs, right? It's on lowering springs on upgraded, I believe they were Coney shocks when I was in there. I think that's what they said. They're upgraded and they're very nice, very good ride, and it's really low, and it doesn't scrape, it doesn't rub, anything like that. It just sits really nice. You see the wide fenders too. I love this thing. It's getting Euro style taillights too. It's getting a bunch of stuff. Basically what an S6 would have been of this era. It's not just getting badged an S6 and then staying stock. That don't make sense. It's actually getting what an S6 would have been, or at least close to it, or my version of it. This car comes stock with 350 horsepower, 330 pound-feet of torque, give or take a few, but that's the specs that I found and what I'm seeing in the forums. 350 horsepower to the crank, 330 pound-feet of torque. My S4 had the same, well, 340. But this car's a little heavier, so they had to give it a little extra, I guess. But yeah, it's 4,200 pounds. It's a heavy little beast, but it's worth it. It's super comfortable. And she gets up and goes, you know, all-wheel drive. Not one issue with it that's concerning. I mean, it needs an O2 sensor and it needs spark plugs. I got spark plugs today for it. They're about $8 a piece. And I'm doing all that in this video so you guys can kind of see. I'll show you the exhaust tips though. I don't know why they got rid of the AWE tuning, or AWE Touring is the exhaust system it's got. They got rid of those tips and put on some eBay tips, and that's what they look like now. So, not good. And the flex pipe is rough, and all that's getting fixed tomorrow. I'll probably make a video on that too. But yeah, this car is staying with us at least for several years. It's going to be reliable. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be a car that we, you know, it's awesome. And I've always wanted one of these A6s with the 4.2. It's a complete sleeper. It's not going to be as much of a sleeper when I have my loud AWE exhaust, which I already have. But when I have the new tips, they're going to just give it a better tone, I think. The flex pipe fixed, it's going to be basically straight piped. It's not going to be as much of a sleeper when you can hear it because it sounds insane. But yeah, point is, it's pretty cool. And we're getting this bug out of here, out of the garage. So before I lose all my heat, I'm going to hang up the phone and catch up with you guys in a minute. All right, got the new hub and everything and on there. Just set the caliper on there. I still have to pull the caliper off, put the rotor on. But I'm having fitment issues with brake rotor. That's the only thing stopping me now from putting the whole thing back together and driving it. So basically the rotor, the new rotor, I threw the old one away already, which I shouldn't have, but it was an accident. I didn't realize what it was. I don't know, but so basically this one doesn't, it'll line up with the holes only if this isn't here where the caliper mounting bracket is, like, which is connected to the hub. The rotor hits right here, preventing it from lining up with the holes. So if it didn't hit that, it would line up with the holes, you know, to lug the studs, but it doesn't quite fit. So I'm going to have to take some time tomorrow and do some customization and grinding right here. But the new bearings in, the whole new assembly's in. It's used, but it's in, and everything's good. So tomorrow I'll do some grinding and grind down like the inside of right here, and then like right here, the best I can, and then obviously the bottom part of it too. Just keep going until the rotor fits, and then we'll be good to go. But yeah, so that's the only thing stopping me. I'm not doing it tonight because I'm not going to make all that noise with the grinder. But the A6 is done, lowered, back down. Wheels are torqued to appropriate, God, it's late. Appropriate foot-pound of torque, and they look pretty good. Oh my God, that's cold. But yeah, she's looking good. I really wish it would have been, I wish we wouldn't have gotten the snow yet, because I really wanted to paint correct this car, do a full 3-step paint correction. But I can still do that in the garage when the bug gets out. Just, it'd have been nice to do it outside. But I don't think we're doing that. But she's all done. Wheels are they're a gloss black with a satin high heat clear coat. And then I got VHT wheel paint on the calipers with a satin high heat clear coat. So this is the same type of combination I've always used, and it always works. So the key is high heat clear coat when you're done. You don't have to for wheels, but for the calipers you definitely do, especially if you're not using a high heat paint already. But the paint I'm using is for wheels, for the calipers this time, and it's rated to 550 degrees Fahrenheit. So I know the rear ones won't get that hot. The front may or may not, depending on how you drive. I mean, they shouldn't, but you never know. But especially in the winter, they're not gonna, the calipers, especially not, I can touch them after I drive it, especially at least this car. So in the summer, if you're like doing something nuts and you're hitting the brakes really hard on the highway going at insane speeds, you might get, but point is you just want high heat stuff to seal in your paint if you're around the wheel area, exhaust area, under the hood. Otherwise, normal body stuff, you don't need the high heat. But yeah, she looks super good. It's getting new front window tint because the driver, oh my God, that's cold. But the front driver and the front passenger one were peeling. So the passenger one is still on, the driver one I ripped off. We ripped that off before we drove it home yesterday. So it's got to get new front tint. My carbon fiber Acropovic exhaust tip should be here this week. I'm super excited about that. I'll definitely make a video. Tomorrow it's getting straight piped. No more mufflers. And well, I guess it's not fully straight piped. I'm leaving the cats in there. I'm not cutting the cats out. But it's getting muffler deleted, I guess you could say. And then just regular stainless tips from when he deletes that. And just because the Acropovic tips will be here soon, we're not going to do 2 tips and waste the money putting on other tips and stuff like that. But yeah, really excited. I got those tips coming. Like I said, the S6 badge, a few other little things. I already have the valve cover gaskets I got to do. I already have the spark plugs. The red upgraded coil packs. Those are coming. Those were $350, so kind of excited to install those. But yeah, I actually really like this car. So yeah, I'll definitely make the next video tomorrow. Will be in the daylight, but yeah, I just want to do a little video on that and kind of a little update what's going on. It's winter, so that BMW looks good though. Look at that. But yeah. Oh, gotta put the wheel key away. It's got the spline or whatever with a certain, I believe it's a smaller one. But of course, key fob works. You got your, whoop. Can't really see anything in here. Let's turn the light on. And you can't really see anything, but it's in amazing condition in here. I'm gonna start it and let it idle. You guys can hear it, I mean. First issue is the flex pipe straight below us is basically tore apart. So it sounds really bad. And the second issue is the downstream O2 sensor is bad, so it causes a rough idle. It almost sounds like a misfire at idle, but I've scanned the computer several times. It does not throw a misfire. It could be a light miss at idle that it doesn't pick up. From the O2 sensor, apparently they can do that. But other than that, the car's pretty good. The airbag light's on, which kind of scares me, but I don't really know why. I can get that figured out later. Plus listens to radio on a regular. It's kind of nice though, because you got like the Tiptronic or whatever you call it, so you can manually shift, and it actually is pretty fun. There's 0 cup holders because the one cup holder it had is broken, so that's kind of nice. Here's a rear window shade. It's kind of different. Traction control. Super nice steering wheel. I like it a lot. Super annoying door buzz, but you can hear the old V8. Tomorrow we'll get driving clips before we fix the exhaust, and then after. So definitely stay tuned for that video to come out sometime after this video. My videos are a little out of whack right now. I got the Cobalt SS videos coming out here. Got this video. Remember, the Cobalt SS was before this video, so if you don't see this in those videos, that's why. If you don't see the Cobalt in this video, or when this car's here, it's gone. So yeah, I really want to get that guy running too, but yeah, gnarly exhaust leak from the flex pipe, but that's getting fixed tomorrow. So like, comment, subscribe, guys. Just a little putzing video here in the snow. Just recorded kind of what I was doing. I'm bored, really bored. It's 2:20 in the morning, as you can see there. But yeah, so catch you guys in the next video. We will be making this thing sound insane. It already sounds really good under acceleration though. I will say that it sounds really good when you're actually like above 2,000 RPMs. It sounds very good, and then it pops and crackles and stuff like that. But the idle and the light revs around like 1 to 2 is not good because of the flex pipe and the O2 sensor. But other than that, we're good to go, minus the airbag. Don't really know, and honestly I don't really care, not right now at least. But yeah, all right, well, I'm just gonna make this all into one video. Wheels turned out pretty good, the calipers turned out good. Hopping in here now to go get the exhaust work done. Looks pretty good. Got some cookies for breakfast. Yeah, she looks good. So I gotta do this exhaust done, then I gotta get home and do the spark plugs and valve cover gaskets and stuff. I'll do those off camera. No one cares about that, but yeah, she's looking really good. Especially for how salty it is. Like, the black paint looks pretty good. It's kind of a mess in here because I went for a long drive last night. Just like a stress drive. And so it's kind of a mess, but like I said, there's no fucking cup holder. Luxury car my butt. Like, I've had Mustangs with better cup holders. Let you guys hear a cold start with the bad flex pipe and O2 sensor and needing spark plugs. I know it's not warm, but I'm just gonna give it a light tap. That's what it sounds like now. I'll give her some revs before we get this stuff done, so we can kind of get it before and after. But yeah. Alright, just got done. I removed the airbox out of the way. Popped this screw out here so I could lift this up so I could get the coil packs out and whatnot. I've never in my life felt spark plugs that tight before. This side were fine, but this side, holy moly. For the first, I'm not even kidding you, probably 20, 30 turns, swear to God. It was like tightening it as hard as I could, which I was getting nervous they were going to snap off. Oh, so they're all looser now. I got to pull them out. Just got to grab my magnet, reach in there and pull them out. And holy man, my garage is a mess and I have no idea where my little magnet claw is. Oh, perfect. Right where I put it last time. So this thing comes in handy. Usually I just use a magnet, but I can't find my actual magnet. So you just kind of get her on in there and grab a hold of it if you can. Oh, so close. It's easier with 2 hands, but trying to at least get one on camera. Oh my God. Those are, oh my God. Those are original plugs. What? Wow. I mean, they could have been changed before, but like these are very old and these are the exact plugs it goes with. These are the ones I did not go with because they're really expensive. Probably should have, but no wonder they're so tight. Look at that. No wonder it idles like crap too. Might not even be the O2 sensor code making it idle. Funny. Holy moly, those are old. All right, let's see what the next one looks like, and then I'll go ahead and get all of them out and catch you guys up. But pull one more on camera. Oh my God, dude. It's so old. Look at that. Look at the carbon on that. Nice. Now I always put them in order too so I can see what cylinders. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the rest of them and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, new plugs, old plugs, going in. In the touch car wash here, because I'm doing a paint correction tomorrow, so I do want to touch wash the night before, and Quick Trip is really good. Only because I'm doing a correction tomorrow, but just want to get this exhaust clip quick. This thing sounds so good.